Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No, man.
No, man. Shit, no, man.
No,
I believe
man.
you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
As well you should.
Huh.
As well you should. Well, I'm all little. Happy Monday, everybody. Oh, it's Monday. I bet everybody's super excited. Monday is the best day of the week. Everybody knows Monday is the best day of the week. It's not like there's anything going on in the news or anything. Let's see. So what's going on out there? I was scouring the news, couldn't find much. Oh, man. Mexico, a failed state. Probably has been for quite a long time. El Mencho is dead. El Mencho. Mexico's out of control. Mexico is out of control. And just looking at this one map of where all, apparently where they've had all these attacks. Doesn't seem to be all over. It seems to be pretty spread throughout Mexico pretty good. Benny did a video on it. I'm not really a fan, but the video here, this shows you. It does it. At the stage. There we go.
This out. Cartel attacks American tourists left stranded in beautiful
So those are where all the attacks are that we know of. As far as last night, I don't know what happened overnight. I didn't see too much in the news about anything going on overnight. Although I did see I should know. I should stop looking at the chat. I'll be talking. I'll look at the chat, and that's the end. Might as well just quit talking at that point. So this attack's all over Mexico going on right now. The president of Mexico said in a little while back that no war on the cartels, no large-scale military response, because it would fall, quote, outside the framework of the law. Let's see what she has to say about it real quick here.
Regresar a la guerra contra el narco no es opción.
Returning to the war against
Regresar a la guerra contra el
the
narco no es
narco is not an
opción.
option.
No es opción. Primero, porque está fuera del marco de la ley. Todos estos de la derecha que se llenan la boca de las palabras Estado de Derecho y defienden la guerra contra el narco. Pues la guerra contra el narco está fuera de la ley, porque como lo dije o lo he dicho en varias ocasiones, es permiso para matar, sin ningún juicio.
She says going after their cartel is
Contra el
outside
narco está fuera de la ley,
the law because I have
porque como lo
said
dije
or
o lo he
have said
dicho en varias
on several
ocasiones,
occasions, it is permission
es permiso para
to
matar,
kill without any trial.
sin ningún juicio. Y eso en México nadie o muy poquitos están de acuerdo. Está fuera del marco de la ley. Y segundo, no sirvió de nada más que para aumentar los homicidios en México y el nivel de violencia.
So because
Entonces,
it would increase homicides in Mexico.
estos
What is-
llamados autoritarios, porque son autoritarios, es ir hacia el fascismo, regresar a la guerra.
Does anyone have any doubt that she is owned by the cartels? People have been saying that for years, but excuse me. People have been saying that for years, but let's see if I can't find. You know, we've all seen, some of these videos. We've all seen some of these videos, with the violence and all that kind of stuff going on. So essentially, yesterday, Mexican special forces helped by the U.S. as far as like they say it was just intelligence that we helped with, killed Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, aka El Mencho. I like El Mencho better. It's easier to say. He was the head of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, the CJNG, which is one of the two biggest and most violent crime cartels in Mexico, linked to drug production and shipping, as well as brutal killings. I know that noted in the one article I read that sometimes even using drones. The cartel responded. They arrested the leader, and then he died from his injuries on the way to Mexico City, and I believe in the helicopter on the way to Mexico City. 3 of them did that. I think there was 3 that died after 4 died on scene, and then 3 died later. So there was a total of 7 deaths, I believe. The cartel responded by setting up roadblocks, burning cars and trucks, attacking buildings and citizens, and causing general mayhem to slow down the military and show their own power. Cartels have been running things for so long. Oh, I had it all queued up there. Have been running things for so long. They're no joke. Why is my internet not doing anything? Come on, internet. Am I even still live? What's going on here? Trying to shadow ban me. That's what it is. They're trying to shadow ban me. Yeah. There's a cartel member. Probably saw this video. If I can ever get to it. There we go.
Te topas con nosotros, ahí tengo desamarrados los perros, culero. Y así, voy a andar patrullando. De tu puta
This
madre.
is the cartel.
Probablemente, hijo de puta madre, enfréntale a la verga, enfréntale al toro, perro. A ver, puta madre. Enfréntale a la verga, culero.
They seem to be armed just as well as the military down there. Who knows? Who can really say? This is the reporter that was down there. That's down there now, I believe. Dan Dix. I came across this yesterday. It's a pretty good little report. I'm gonna let this play through so you can kind of see what's going on there down on the ground.
This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, coming at you here live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Just had the military driving past me, and as I understand it, I should not be around anywhere where the police or the military are, because they are the target right now. As you can see, this whole place is like deserted right now because there's burning cars back there, burning cars right here, still smoldering, and the situation is incredibly intense. As I'm sure you've already heard, there was a top drug lord cartel member, El Mencho, who has been killed. I believe there was a $15 million bounty on this man's head, and he is now dead. And that has caused this whole situation to pop off. The place looks like an absolute war zone right now, folks. Cartel has been setting up blockades in the streets, stopping cars. A whole bus was set on fire. You've got cartel members who literally look like the military. These guys are serious. These guys mean business. Costco was set on fire. A hospital was under attack. People running for their lives. There was the Guadalajara airport that was under attack. People literally running all over the place, screaming and crying. The Puerto Vallarta airport as well has had a big scare. A lot of people were evacuated on the tarmac. Had to run out on the runway to get away from the intense situation. And it seems like it's not about to slow down anytime soon. As I understand it, the cartel have announced that they are going to be entering private homes and potentially hotel resorts at 5 p.m. Our time if their demands are not met. So this thing could be just the beginning of what we're seeing here. I mean, the situation is so intense. I've been doing reports from my resort where there was just smoke surrounding all over the place, cars being lit on fire everywhere. And, I've been posting those to my Twitter, Dan Dix PFT. A lot of people have been re-uploading the footage and just saying, look at this footage a tourist got. I'm not a tourist, guys. I'm a journalist. I'm here working, actually. I've been speaking at a conference for the last 5 days, in attendance at this conference, and I'm here now documenting on this situation live. And it was a little scary being over there right as I'm starting the video. I had military rolling up on me, and as I understand it, that could often be cartel members. And if it's not, these guys are the guys who are being targeted by the cartel members. So very, very intense situation popping off right here. As I said, go to my Twitter if you want to keep up to date with my my reports on this. Dan Dix PFT. I don't really care if people re-up the footage and get it out, without credit to me. The most important thing is we get the word out about what's happening here, and that the situation is pretty dire. I mean, people are dying. It's rather intense. It's rather scary. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fly home tomorrow. I'm supposed to get on a plane, but as I understand it, the airports are currently shut down. So that may still be the situation tomorrow. So stay tuned for my coverage. I might be stuck here for a little while. If you guys want to support me, go to pressfortruth.ca. Make sure you follow me on all the major platforms that I'm posting on. And if you want to financially support my efforts to cover this, you can go to pressfortruth.ca/donate. But again, the most important thing right now is just to share this information. You're not going to get a lot of this probably from the mainstream media, and I'm here on the ground So I will do my best to bring you the truth of what's happening here.
I can hear people be like, "Oh, there's birds chirping in the background. It's all peaceful." This is a big psyop. Big psyop. Oh, Mexico. Like I could sit here and go over all these videos. There's just video after video after video after video of this violence happening. This one's pretty interesting. A soldier with the Mexican National Guard had a bullet get stuck in his chin after being shot. Check this out.
Estoy bien. Mira, güey, nomás se me quedó aquí la puta ojiva, hija de su puta madre, güey. Casi me carga la verga, ¿viste? Mira, me pelaron la verga, güey. ¿Tiraste? Sí, güey, aventé, güey. No mames.
Oh, that dude is lucky. I don't even know how that even happens. And the Mexican president has been moved to a Mexican Navy ship after the Mexican army killed the cartel leader, Elemencho. So cartel members driving around. I really did think I was going to wake up this morning and to like a Venezuelan situation where we were already down there across the border. They got the military out there. I didn't see anything about them going in anyone's houses or doing anything like that, what they had threatened to do last night. Adrenaline's keeping the pain away, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, a ricochet, for sure. But that's just wild. I remember that. It's like that one video from, I think it was Afghanistan, when they showed an American soldier who got hit in the helmet by a sniper round. Man. Yes, that's the truth. When SCOTUS struck down Joe Biden's college debt crap, Dems were calling to ignore it. I think he did ignore it, didn't he? Pretty sure he did ignore it. So I don't know if I mentioned already that the cartels, this is yesterday they said this, so I don't know if they actually did it or not. I didn't see any reports of it. But yesterday, the cartel was giving ultimatums saying unless their demands were met, they were going to start entering private homes and hotels and just start ending people, citizens and tourists alike. And the new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, is trying, quote unquote, hugs, not bullets, focusing on social programs rather than fighting the war they're currently in. So the U.S. is involved because we have a lot of drugs coming across our border. But yeah, I was expecting to wake up and see a Venezuelan situation where we were already in their town. It never ends. It never ends.
Just so
Even President Trump has some opinion on it.
Buenos nachos, amigos. Yo soy su presidente, el señor Donaldo J. Trumpo. I love El Mexico, but your cartel bandidos are mucho estúpido. ¿Comprende? They keep sending el cocaíno to los Estados Unidos y eso no bueno. Anyway, if they keep sending el cocaíno to El America, Señor Trumpo will land a mucho grande missile up their asso. ¿Comprende, amigos? Muchas gracias, muchachos, y que viva el México, cabrones.
Sí.
Buenos.
Sí. I don't know what else you can say about Mexico. You got to kind of just wait and see what happens over there, you know. Their Air Force is out. I didn't really know Mexico had an Air Force, but their Air Force is out now. And I guess we're just going to have to see what happens. This was a report that I'm seeing all over social media from a senator from Mexico, went on Fox News. I think this was back in July. Said the president of Mexico, let me pull this. The president of Mexico works for their cartels. She was funded by money from the cartels. It's not just the president. There are an entire group of Mexico politicians labeled narco politicians. Mexico is a narco state. This is all coming from a senator in Mexico. Mexicans are afraid of the alliance between the Mexican government and the cartels. The Morena, the political party, is financed by the cartels. That's how they get elected. Once they get elected, the deal is for the Mexican government to then protect the cartels. The president of Mexico doesn't want this information getting out, and Mexicans and the politicians who are no paid off by the cartels want Donald Trump to help with the cartels. The ones that aren't paid off by the cartels. So I'm going to put this interview up.
She's calling Mexican Senator Lily Tellez a traitor for coming on Fox Noticias with me a few days ago and saying this. Listen.
The help from the United States to fight the cartels in Mexico is absolutely welcome, and that is how the majority of Mexicans feel. The only ones who don't like that President Trump is sending help and trying to support Mexicans against the cartels are the narco politicians. That includes President Sheinbaum.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum responding, saying, quote, "It's not a minor issue that a senator gave an interview to a foreign media outlet calling for intervention." Here to discuss is that Mexican Senator Lily Tellez. Senator Tellez, welcome to Fox Noticias. I'm just going to get right to it. Is Mexico a narco state?
Yes, it is. And we all Mexicans know about it. And Mexicans are afraid of the alliance between the Mexican government and the cartels that have infested our nation.
Can you explain this alliance between the president, her party, the Morena party, and the cartels?
Yes, the party has financed, has given, the cartels have given so much money to these politicians.
You have to consider, too, that this lady right here is risking her life just going out and saying this stuff. I think what was it, 37 politicians or something like that were killed last year, something like that. I forget the number, but it's ridiculously high.
Narco politicians of Morena to get into office, to get the power. So they protect, the Mexican government protects the cartels. That is why President Sheinbaum doesn't want the strong American leadership to help Mexico defeat the cartels. And also Sheinbaum doesn't want the rest of the world to know what is happening here in Mexico. We are on the steps to be the next Venezuela. She is aligned with Venezuela's dictator, with Cuba, and we are losing our country. They have destroyed our Republican institutions, the democratic state, and we must I think we all Mexicans want and welcome the support of the United States to assist Mexican people against the cartels that have us all in this crisis with the traffic in fentanyl and migrants.
So her response to this, and I know this because her spokesperson came on our show in response to your interview, and they say, well, we just turned over 26 cartel members. We're working, we're sharing intelligence. What are they not doing? And why is she so resistant? She sort of speaks out of two sides of her mouth. We're working with you, Trump. And then she's chastising you for saying, we need more help from the United States to crush the cartels.
Because she really doesn't want the help of the United States. She is lying to Mexican people, telling Mexican people that the United States will get in control of the whole country. Right. I never listened such nonsense from President Trump. What we have listened is that President Trump wants to help Mexican people against the cartels. Mexican people are suffering. So what they do is very, very little. We have huge narco politicians here in the Senate, in the presidents, governors. Mexico is a very dangerous place.
Well, that brings me to my next question, because you are speaking very bluntly, very clearly about Mexico being a narco state and the.
Can you imagine like what it would be like? I mean, we're not that. I don't think America's that far away from it. Not on a major scale, but on a smaller scale. Can you imagine like just being risking your life just for speaking out, just for speaking up, just for getting out there and speaking your mind? We're not that far away.
And the
one generation
to the president of Mexico. Are you afraid for your life?
Yes, I am afraid. And the president has threatened me to proceed against me with criminal prosecution, to get me out of the Senate and get me in jail, just because I told you in this space and Fox News what is the reality of our country with the cartels. The cartels are dominating everything here in Mexico. They are in all the offices of the government, in the states, in the cities,
they got
and
their
in
tentacles
the
all through the
national government. So, of course, I am afraid, but I want people to know I will not step back. And I pray under God's guidance that we, the United States and Mexico, must work together to defeat the cartels and to get freedom for our country, for Mexico, to stop it from being the next Venezuela.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Although I have to say, like, if they sent in troops, like if they sent in like Delta Force or something like that, some high level troops, I guess like tier 1 operator type situations, I don't know as it would last very long. I don't know how long they would last. So that's what's going on in Mexico right now. I guess we'll wait and see what's happening. I guess we'll have to wait and see what develops during the day. This was yesterday. People think that this kind of stuff can't happen in America. It absolutely can happen in America. That looks a little bit like, Minneapolis a couple years ago, doesn't it? TDS now includes tariff derangement syndrome. Is this a maggot group? No, it's just named MagAmericans. That's all. So that's what's going on in Mexico. But you know what we could use is probably let's switch the gears here. If I can get this to do what I want it to do. Enough on the Mexico. Oh, well, Tom Homan. Yeah, let's play this real quick. This is Tom Homan talking. I think it was last year, May of 2025. Tom Homan says the Mexican cartels aren't ever going away without U.S. involvement. Well, let's see.
But I don't think the cartels are going to go away without U.S. involvement. President Trump did it. ISIS. We show we're really good at the away game. I think when it comes to criminal cartels, we got to play the away game. Stop the poison before it gets here. Then, of course, on this side of the border, we got to address the drive, the need for drugs like that. We got to address that. We're customers. So, but do I think the criminal cartels are going to go away without our involvement? Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Mexico has failed in decades to do it. And like I say, a lot of Mexico's corrupt.
They run Mexico. I mean, they're infiltrated.
Much of the Mexican military is corrupt. Much of the Mexican law enforcement is corrupt. Much of the Mexican government's corrupt. And many of them don't want to be corrupt. But you take the payoff and do what we tell you to, we'll kill you and your family, and they will. So, I think if we were to wipe the cartels off the face of the earth, Mexico would be such a better country. They'd be a safer country.
Oh, yeah.
A self-ruling country where cartels don't own the military and law enforcement and some government officials. I think I think in the long run, Mexico will be such a better country if they didn't have the cartels operating there.
Yeah. Well,
so
yeah.
I think President Trump did exactly the right thing, designating them terrorists. I think he's doing the right thing, offering Mexico his assistance in taking them out.
I don't know how that would work. I saw a clip from Joe Rogan this morning talking about that if Delta Force went in there and what would end up happening. And I don't think the cartels would really know what hit them. There's so much. It kind of gets you down, it gets you down a little bit. And then you gotta laugh. You gotta switch the gears. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna do something I always do and get yelled at for doing. I'm gonna put on a short, funny video, and then we're gonna laugh. Dang it! And then after that, we'll get back to serious business. Fair enough? I think that's fair. I think I'm that other kid. I think I'd be that other kid, just kind of staring like, what the hell are you doing? The White House posted this the other day. Oh no, hang on, it's not that. Where's that grok? Yeah, the White House posted this the other day. It was pretty good. The White House. Justin Trudeau, you can't take our country and you can't take our game. The White House. Yeah, a little fun with it. What the heck? What the heck? There's a lot of good news out there. It's hard to find. They make it that's on purpose. Yeah, Free Birds playing in the background. It's a nice distraction from all the craziness, It always seems like the news is just so dang negative, so negative. I don't know if this is real or not, but it's still funny. Bald eagle lands on Canadian flag at half-mast in Vancouver right after the Olympics hockey game. I said we hadn't beaten them since 2020 or 1926 or something crazy like that. Anyway, it's enough of that. Back to the seriousness. Gotta be serious. Let's check out the chat. Cartels operating on independent networks outside of common communication networks. Most are top tier hackers. Your sense of humor is way off. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm positive the news is most. That's what gets all the views. It's interesting. That's what happens though. You get views out here. If I sat here right now and I played all the videos, all the carnage, all the horrible things, and kept pushing out that negativity and all that fighting and stuff, my views would skyrocket. They would go up way high. It's like when I do a show about Christianity, the views are pretty low usually. But that doesn't. I mean, I don't care. But that's just the trends. If you got something on here that's just it seems like that all the stuff is pushed towards negativity and stuff like that, and that's probably got a lot to do with the stupidity of some people out there.
The world has left if we don't get climate change under control.
I think it said 7 or 6 years left.
6 years.
Something around that. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. But
What's the point of living? What's the point? She's in school there. What's the point? If she really believed the world was going to be over in 6 years, what's the point?
but I think it's around that. Yeah.
Do you think it's 6 years? Do you think that's kind of extreme, or do you think that we're really on that track right now?
I think we're really on that track. I think
6 years and we're done.
Yeah, I don't think there's much left.
How many years do you think the world has left if we don't get?
I just don't understand. Where do you find hope? If you really believe that, where do you find your hope? Where do you find your hope? Speaking of hope, I'm just going through the X-Files here real quick. Speaking of hope, I saw this pretty amazing video of a snowboarder rescued by a stranger. I don't know if you've seen this. We're gonna play this because this is a good news. We get some good news going on. So this guy was snowboarding, and let me get to the clip. This guy was snowboarding. He was going down a mountain, and he gets somehow he managed to be upside down in the snow, completely upside down, stuck in the snow, just waiting to die. Okay. This guy's just skiing. Him and his buddy decided at the last minute to go off track and go up into the mountain off the whatever you call that. I don't ski. He stops right here to adjust his ski or whatever he's doing. I don't know what skiers do. Check this out. That snowboard right there?
You all right?
Snowboard coming up out of the snow. This is crazy. Later, the guy said that this was the scariest part for him was climbing back up for some. I'm not sure why, but climbing back up to the snowboarder.
Come on. Come on. Hold on, I'm coming.
You man, I don't even know how you end up upside down in the snow like that. I mean, look.
Hey, you all right? Can you hear me?
I can't imagine being stuck under all that snow. I would be freaking out.
Come on. Come on, help me out. Help me out here.
Goggles.
You okay? You all right? Okay, you're good. You're good. I got you. You okay? Can you breathe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. We're both gonna catch our breath for a sec. I'm gonna help dig you out, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're good.
Oh, that's just. I would freak out so bad it wouldn't even be funny. It wouldn't even be funny. This is the guy that got dug out here.
Get myself loose, but I was just sinking deeper, and the snow is just like encasing itself tighter around me. At that point, I was like, I can't believe that this is happening and that I'm going to die down here on my own mountain. So
you started to think you were going to die.
Oh yeah, I was convinced, 100%. Yeah, I didn't think that I was going to live.
It was going faster than I would have liked, so I do kind of that jump turn to stop and sort of reset, since I didn't know what was on the other side of those trees. And I mean, had I not done that, I wouldn't have seen him.
Imagine the chances of this. The chances of stumbling across them. They're out of bounds, like on the free, I don't know, whatever you call it, like not on the resort or whatever. They're free, whatever you call it. I don't ski.
Oh, you all right? There's sort of that shock that initially happens, and then that realization, like, I have to do something about this right now. Like, there's no one else here. I don't know how long he's been in there for, but what I do know is that in 15 minutes, if you're underneath the snow, you'll suffocate.
He tried sidestepping to the snowboard, but it wasn't working, so he took off his skis.
So that was the scariest part, was climbing up to him.
6 feet down, Ian heard nothing, could move nothing. Buried alive, all he could do was think about his fiancée, Jordan, and contemplate dying.
There was sadness there. It was more acceptance that was how my life was going to end.
Gosh. And I don't know if he says it now, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. But he says he was skiing with like 3 buddies, and they left him. Well, they didn't leave him, but they didn't know.
Not necessarily in that situation, but doing something that I love.
Come on. Just kind of like crawling through the snow, and eventually I sort of just like more or less push it out of my way.
I was kind of just wondering how long it was going to take to die,
because I was close enough to him at that point that I was able.
So long story short, he
to just grab
the skier that got stuck, the snowboarder that got stuck, went skiing with four. It was him and 3 buddies. And he said when he got stuck, he fell backwards into the snow, and when he got stuck, he was like, okay, they're gonna come dig me out. And then he heard a few minutes later on the radio that he had on him that his buddies were down looking for him, and he assumed they were at the bottom of the mountain at that point. So it's like now he's like, oh well, I guess that's it. So the chances of this guy being there to save him are like astronomical. Him looking back saved a life. Yep. Yeah, it's remarkable. It's remarkable. Like, they're on the side of this big old mountain. You wouldn't think that would even happen. Like, like I said, the chances of that are just out of control. Let's see here. What else we got to touch on today? Let's touch on some other stuff today. There's something funny. We gotta watch this real quick because this reminds us how stupid some people can be, guys. Oh, see, it's stupid. I don't even put the video up.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes? Promise us, please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease. Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.
That's where we were. That's where we were. It was like a test to see how subverted the American public was. We failed. We failed. All right. I'm gonna get me a refill on my coffee, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna get in the chat for a little bit and get this Monday started. Dang it. Mondays. So I'm gonna leave you with this woke dude. People are waking up. Man with a bullhorn walking through New York City, calling out the names of the Epstein list, calling Manami a spoiled little, and his mama is on the list. It's nice to see people finally waking up, guys.
Oh, damn, she's a filmmaker. Bill Gates made computers. We can go down a fucking list. Jay-Z's a rapper. So fuck what? My Donnie mom on the Epstein list. That's right. It's the reason why he's in power. Jessica Tish. cousin is on the Epstein list. It's the reason why she's in power. It's the reason why they run this fucking city. They got millions. Their families got millions and millions of dollars. And they out here playing. They playing with us. They make their kids run our cities. They out here playing with us. My Donnie's a spoiled little bitch. My Donnie's a spoiled little bitch. Ain't never struggled in his life. But he tried to get out here and act like he is. Tried to get out here and talk like he a rapper and shit. All this shit, he's a fucking actor. And I'm tired of these niggas acting like they care about us. I'm tired of these politicians acting like they care about us. They keep us distracted. Democrat and Republican, fuck that shit. Them niggas eating kids, goddammit. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Democratic, Republicans, they eating kids, goddammit. Wake the fuck up. It's time for a revolution. It's time for the people versus the government. The politicians can't save us. Y'all better wake up or ever be complicit. Forever be complicit. Because ever be complicit with your motherfucking leaders eating kids, goddammit. Be complicit. Bring it back to the old days when America was great again. Yeah, the Harlem foes. Filthy motherfuckers. And my Donnie is part of the plan. He's just like Obama, a piece of shit. A piece of fucking shit. Now he out here trying to put me on the sidewalk doing Black History Month. He can suck my dick. I came out here for Jessica Tish, but I'll be on his ass because his mama's on the list. His mama's on the list. Yeah, my Donnie's mama's on the list. That's what they don't want us talking about. They don't want us talking about that motherfucking list.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Let's see here. Get in this chat, but I want to. I keep saying this narrative. This number of 38,000 of Trump was in the Epstein files 38,000 times. You keep seeing it all over the place. You keep seeing it all over the place. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you can search it, you can do all that stuff, but wiki leaks or whatever, Wikipedia says 38,000. So I guess that, but actually it says 38,000 references to Trump and Melania combined. Whatever. Many mentions are benign or neutral, such as news clippings, yada, yada, yada. Go through the files, man. Here, I'll give you a really awesome link for the files. It's really a good website. It's a lot easier to search the files if you're actually interested in the files rather than the propaganda attached to them. There it is in the chat there. This website. Check that website out. It is really pretty neat. I did this the other day on here. This is the website itself. But it shows you all this stuff. You can search all kinds of things. It's really pretty. It's really very interesting. It's funny because the post that the guy put up when he shared it was how he was weaponizing his autism. Hey, lied 7 trillion times in its first term. Wow. That. Yeah, it ended up. I mean, like I said, we ended up doing. You end up going and searching to tell the people, look, it's not in there that many times. Look, I can show you. I can show you how many times it's in there. But no one listens to that. No one. Where are we at? We'll do it right now. I'll search it right now. Let me bring it up. I'll put it right onto the Justice website. We'll do it from there. Make sure there's no outside influences, right? Donald Trump. Let's see how many times. 1,740 times. Okay. How many times is Trump in there by itself? It's got to be 38,000. It's got to be. Oh, it's 5,200, which is actually pretty interesting because the other day when I searched it was like 4,800. So maybe it's going up, huh? Maybe they're still processing some of those pages, right? So yeah, check that website out. Here, I'll put it on the screen again. Check that website out because it really is pretty interesting. It the way that they put it together, you can actually just browse the photos. Here, I'll show you again. Let's see. Bring this back up. You can just go here, just videos, for instance. You hit videos, and instead of having to open each file separately, it just puts them all out there. So you can look at them like this instead of having to click the. I mean, there's obviously a lot of redactions, but without having to click the video, go into it to see that it's not what you wanted, you can now do it from here. It makes it a lot easier. It really does makes it a lot easier to search the files. Let's see what they say. Trump, 53 results for Trump. Oh, okay, I see. Let's see. Donald Trump, 1,916 AI mentions. Yeah, see here. This sums them all up. Blah blah blah. Yeah, man, that's a good website. I got to get on there and browse around a little bit more today. The tools that are there, it just makes it so much better. How many wars has he ended? 4, 5, 6, 9? The answer changes every time he brings it up. It really doesn't. I think he's been saying 7. Now he says 8. I don't know. Some of those are a bit loose, right? Some of those are a bit loose. LA, what? LA just lowered the age of consent to 12. What? Yeah, there's no credible reports or legal change. Okay. That's what I thought. Dude denied the files last week. This is a joke. Who denied the files? If you're talking about Trump, man, how many times I got to go over this? Like that whole comment that he made about the about them being a hoax. He wasn't saying that the files themselves were a hoax. He didn't mean that the files themselves don't exist or they're a hoax or whatever. He was talking about the way that they were being used in the media to cover up all his other stuff, and then also the accusations of him being in them for reasons other than people talking about him. He didn't mean the whole thing was a hoax. Yeah, Pam Bondi. She needs to be gone. I cannot stand Pam Bondi. I didn't like her when he picked her. He should never have picked her. But here we are. There was a lot of better choices. I'd like to see her go, but we'll have to see. It's been a day. Let's see if there's any updates in Americans stranded in Puerto Ver. Well, I just switched. American tourists are trapped in war in Mexico. War breaking out in the streets. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know what else you can say about it. Why don't you like about Pam Bondi? There's so many things. Well, first of all, first thing, she doesn't have the temperament for the job. Did you see that horrendous? When she went and testified last week, that was horrendous. That was horrendous. She clearly showed she's not cut for this job.
You look like an abused wife trying to tell the cops your husband is actually a good guy.
Let me clarify. I am not a Trump loyalist, so to speak. I don't know how you want to call it. I'm America first. Wherever the facts fall, they fall. I'm gonna go where the facts fall. If, like, for instance, something came out where Trump was involved in some of that horribleness, then of course I'm gonna try to hold him accountable for that, at least as far as I can do. I'm not gonna defend horrible behavior and all that kind of stuff. It's time to get your Monday started. On a side note, since I don't ever seem to say it because I'm horrible at this self-promotion stuff, Trump hates America. He never says one good thing about America. Trump is way better than the idiot we have in Canada. He just bashes America. Screw Trump. Okay. Tell me anything he's actually done to help Americans. I don't know. Tax cuts. Let's go with that. There's one quick one for you. Yeah, but it's not my job to defend him. You end up looking bad when you're out there defending people and their actions. You end up looking bad because of it. So I'm not interested in trying to defend people, but I will give my opinion and that kind of stuff. So nothing real. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter what I say. You're not going to listen to it. Subverted people don't hear what you say. They don't hear it. He hates everybody. He hates you. He hates the country. He hates me. Yep. Truth. You know what? In the spirit of that, comment, I'm going to put this other video on here real quick. Forget it. I'll find it later. Well, let's get our Monday started. Like, share, and subscribe. Share us out to your friends. Check out shop.magamericans.com for our little store where we have some custom designs. Even our children get involved with it. And magamericans.com for more links and info. Smile at a stranger and pray for your enemies. Pray for your enemies. I like when people get mad in the chat. It's funny. God bless you guys. We'll see you.